The average person in the crypto space is absolutely terrified right now, and the majority of altcoins, including Zcash, have been beat up quite a bit in the past couple of months. But in this video, I'm going to talk about whether or not it is time to give up on crypto and sell your portfolio, or if this is just a generational buying opportunity. But before I get into all that, guys, this is Royalty Crypto, and if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do me a favor and hit that sub button. But without further ado, let's talk about Zcash. As you guys can see, Zcash is trading at $295, which is the lowest it's been in quite some time, basically since we were starting this parabolic run that we had in late 2025. Now, at the time, Zcash and other privacy coins were the only crypto coins doing well at that time, and I did say in my videos that I expected quite a significant pullback just because the overall market was not in a euphoric stage, and typically when we see coins like Zcash run independently, that is not a sustainable sign. And since then, we have seen a retracement of about 60 to 70% on Zcash. But guys, in my opinion, this project is still very promising in the long run, and you can see that the fundamentals such as the 24-hour trading volume still look absolutely fantastic for this coin. Alongside just the overall crypto market selling off for the past couple of months, Zcash did have some somewhat bearish news come out about some of their core devs actually resigning. Now, this was, of course, something that scared the market quite a bit, but in my opinion, it doesn't seem like it will have a long-term effect on this project because a lot of them are still working on this project through open source. So in my opinion, if you are bullish on the privacy narrative, Zcash still is one of the best options to be investing in. And personally, guys, I like Zcash under $300 significantly more than I liked it when it was sitting at 700 plus. I think that if we do end up having a euphoric bull run for the overall altcoin market at some point this year, I think that Zcash could potentially push to somewhere between a $20 billion market cap to as high as a $50 billion market cap. So if you are buying at $295, then you could expect to potentially 4 to 10x your money. But of course, guys, it is very important to remember that the altcoin space is very volatile, so there is a good chance that Zcash could continue to trend in the downwards direction before we do eventually get this pump. I believe that basically the entire market depends on what is happening with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is continuing to trend down as we did get to as low as $75,000 over the weekend, but this morning we did rally back up to about 79,000. Now, the good news is for Bitcoin in particular is that we have basically liquidated every single long leverage trader in the entire market. Now, of course, in the past 24 hours, we have seen some new longs open, but it is very insignificant compared to the amount of short traders that currently have positions open. As you can see here on the weekly chart on the liquidation map, we have quite a bit of shorts open at around $85,000. So in my opinion, I think it is very likely that Bitcoin will at the very minimum trade back up to 85,000 and attempt to liquidate these traders. In my opinion, if we are seeing manipulation in the crypto market, which I believe we are, then that would mean that market makers and exchanges have no incentive to drive the price of Bitcoin down because there is no one to liquidate, but they have a very massive incentive to drive the price of Bitcoin back up. Now, this is just the 1 week chart. When we zoom out to the 6-month chart, for example, you can see that we have so many leveraged short positions between the current price of Bitcoin at $80,000 all the way up to $128,000. In my opinion, whenever you see such a significant imbalance on this chart, it typically means that the price of Bitcoin will trade in the direction that liquidates the most amount of people. So if you are looking for some bullish hopium, there's some for you right there. Also, guys, one of the most important leading indicators, the ISM manufacturing PMI chart, came in significantly hotter than expected today at 52.6, and as you can see, we were expected to be at 48.5. Now, this is very important in my opinion because we have always seen altcoin seasons when we are above 50 on the ISM chart, and we have always seen bear markets when we are below 50. And as you guys can see, this is the first time that the PMI has been above 52 since we started quantitative tightening back in 2022. So if this does continue to trend upwards, this could be a very bullish sign for things to come in the overall crypto market. I know a lot of people are very bearish right now and they think that crypto is dead and is never coming back, but I strongly disagree with that take, and this is definitely one of the things that are giving me a lot of hope that we are not going into a bear market for not just crypto but also stocks as well. So yeah, keep your eye on this chart, guys. I think this is very important. Now, I did want to talk about this government shutdown because I believe that this is causing a lot of uncertainty. And as you guys know, markets hate uncertainty when it comes to price action. And I do believe that this government shutdown has caused a lot of the bearish momentum in the past couple of days. The good news is though, is there is a 66% chance according to Kalshi that the government will reopen tomorrow, and there is an 83% chance that it will reopen before Thursday. As long as we can get this out of the way with, I do believe that this will clear up a lot of the uncertainty in the market, and in my opinion, that could lead to a nice crypto recovery within the next couple of days. So keep your fingers crossed that Kalshi is right with this, but historically, betting markets are very accurate when it comes to these type of events. Alright guys, now the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. If you guys watch my channel, you would know that I think this is one of the most important indicators in crypto, and I believe it is very important to trade the inverse of what this is saying. And right now, we have dipped back into extreme fear for the first time since late 2025. Whenever the overall market is fearful, I believe that it is time to accumulate, and that's what I've been doing personally. I believe that accumulating strong altcoins while we're in extreme fear on this chart is the best way to go about crypto and the most profitable way as well. Now, of course, that is not financial advice, and please make sure that you do your own research and make your own decisions. But personally, guys, I will be dollar cost averaging into projects like Zcash as much as possible as long as we do stay down here in extreme fear. But the inverse of that is also true, guys. If we end up going on a parabolic run at some point this year for crypto and we get to the greed to extreme greed level on this chart, I believe that is the time when you need to be aggressively taking profits. It is very easy to round trip your bags in crypto because these prices can go up as quickly as they can go down, so it is very important to lock in those gains while you still have them and not just take screenshots. So as soon as we start to see a euphoric blow off top for crypto, best believe that I will be selling basically every project in my portfolio and going full on cash. But alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Stay strong, stay bullish, ignore the FUD because there's so much of it out there, and now in my opinion is the worst time to leave crypto. So if you're thinking about selling, think again, do some research, and believe in the things that you are holding because that is the only way you will make it in this industry. Alright guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.